Before we dive in, please subscribe to my channel for more real-life stories like this, and share your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear how you would have handled this situation. It started with a message that froze me in place. My phone buzzed late at night. Alex, my brother, and the one who had always found joy in undermining me, had sent a simple text. "Everything you own. I've seen it all." I stared at the screen, my fingers trembling. I couldn't tell if he meant it literally or if it was some veiled insult. The word sat heavy in my chest, twisting something deep inside me I had long tried to ignore: resentment, jealousy, shame. For years, Alex had been Mom's favorite, the golden child, the one whose accomplishments were celebrated, whose mistakes were brushed aside. Me? I was the quiet one, the responsible one, the one whose wins never seemed to matter. And for a long time, I'd accepted it, smiling to the praise he soaked up, pretending it didn't hurt. But this text, it was different. The days that followed were strange. Subtle signs built a quiet tension in my life. Calls from him went unanswered, only to be followed by vague texts like, "Hey, we need to talk soon." I noticed him lingering around my workplace, showing up unexpectedly, always with a friendly smile that didn't reach his eyes. And then there were the small digs, the jokes about money, success, possessions. I started to question myself. Was I imagining it? Was I overreacting? Then came the first accidental discovery. I left my laptop open for just a moment, and he leaned over to check something. I saw the tabs, online accounts, property listings, even spreadsheets tracking my savings. The shock and betrayal hit me like a punch in the gut. My brother, my family, had been going through everything I owned, every private corner of my life exposed. I confronted him, trying to keep my voice steady. "Alex, why are you doing this?" He laughed, that smug laugh I hated, but there was tension beneath it, like guilt lurking under his bravado. "I'm just curious," he said. "I mean, come on, don't take it personally. You got everything laid out there. I just saw it." I felt my chest tighten. "You've been sneaking into my accounts, into my life, and you call that curiosity?" "I didn't mean to hurt you," he muttered, but it came out defensive, almost rehearsed. I wanted to know what you've really got. Mom always favored me, and I don't know. I needed to see where I stand." His words hit me in waves. Part of me wanted to yell, slam doors, demand apologies. But another part, the part still tied to the family I loved despite everything, listened, tried to understand. Over the next week, every memory I had felt tainted. The birthday gifts he forgot to give me suddenly seemed deliberate. The vacations I thought were ours, the quiet support I'd given him, all of it now felt like a fragile lie. I found myself replaying moments, asking, had he always looked at my life with envy? Had every smile been genuine? Or had it carried this hidden contempt? I couldn't sleep that night. I lay awake, staring at the ceiling, thinking about our childhood, how Mom would gush over school projects, but barely glance at mine. I remembered handing him my allowance when he forgot his wallet, never once imagining that the day would come when he'd try to take everything I had, in spirit, if not physically. Finally, I decided confrontation was necessary. I called him over, asking him to sit. I could see him shifting, fidgeting, guilt painted across his face now that the thrill of mockery had faded. "Alex, this isn't about the money," I began slowly. "It's about trust, family, something you've broken just by looking at what isn't yours to see." "I know," he whispered, almost to himself. I messed up. I shouldn't have snooped. But I've always felt second best, and seeing it all, it made me feel like I finally knew where I stood. I took a deep breath, trying to steady the storm in my chest. "You feel second best because you've always compared yourself to me, and Mom's favoritism didn't help. But that's your insecurity, Alex, not my fault. And violating my trust won't fix that." We sat in silence for a long moment. I watched him, my brother, the man who had been both my rival and my family, wrestling with shame and envy. I realized something. He wasn't a villain. He was human, flawed, scared, jealous, and our family history had shaped him as much as it had shaped me. That evening I made a choice. I didn't forgive him fully, not yet, but I chose to set a boundary. I told him, You need to step back, rebuild respect, rebuild trust before anything else. I can't just hand that to you because you finally realize what you've done. He nodded, tears in his eyes, and for the first time, I saw the weight of our shared past reflected in him, not just my own pain. Weeks passed. Life returned to its rhythm. Alex kept his distance, slowly proving that he could respect my boundaries. And I, in turn, found a sense of peace I hadn't felt in years. I realized that the power wasn't in guarding my possessions. It was in protecting my dignity, in choosing how I allowed others to affect me, even family. Looking back, I understand now. Betrayal doesn't always come from strangers. Sometimes it comes from those closest to us. And sometimes the lesson isn't revenge. It's understanding quiet strength and the courage to rebuild life on your own terms. If this story resonated with you, please subscribe to my channel for more real-life, emotionally gripping stories, and leave a comment sharing your experiences. Have you ever felt betrayed by someone you trusted most? I'd love to hear your perspective.